Hello, we are back. Yes. Dr. Conti with another boss lady. Share. Let me get my phone out and start sharing too. You are in for a treat. Every time I do these, I get super excited because I already know the stories. And I'm telling you, every time it's just like, oh my gosh. Like I said, welcome everybody. I am Dr. Conti Terrell, founder and president of Fresh Spirit Wellness for Women, founder and president and CEO of the Fresh Spirit Publishing. I have really enjoyed. Welcome. Say hello to me. Let me know that you're watching. Share this. You're in for a treat. I have really enjoyed, publishing books. As we grow older or better, I don't say older, as we get better in life, we realize other things that just sparks our interest. And so I was in an interview yesterday, and the interviewer asked me, what made you, please allow StreamYard to show your name, give permission so that Facebook can tell me who you are. Hi, Paula. Paula, I cannot wait to see you on March 19th with your book. Hi, Denise. Same to you. I cannot wait to see you. I am so excited. And so the interviewer asked me, why did you start publishing books? And, it's like things kind of happen. I started Fresh Spirit Wellness for Women because I had gone through some things that I just didn't want any woman to ever go through, the type of toxicity that I had lived through and overcame. And so then people would say, well, where can I go to talk to you and get some counseling and coaching? I was like, well, I don't have any place for you to come. You can't do, where are you going to go? I don't know. So then after that, I said, okay, let me go back to school and start counseling and coaching and training and consulting. And so I started Fresh Spirit and I started doing that. And then as I'm coaching women and men, but y'all know that women, it's my gift and calling. And hi, Tanya, welcome. As I'm coaching people, I'm looking and listening and thinking, that's a book. That needs this. If once I'm thinking to myself, once you get past this and heal through this, you got to tell this story, because first of all, nobody will believe it. But second of all, they will be like, oh my God, look at what this person has come through. So that is what made me want to start publishing books. So many powerful stories out there that are blessings to so many. And I have one coming up now. If you guys don't know who I am, again, I'm Dr. Conti Terrell. I am your personal, I love doing what I do, because what I do is I help people have personal success. So I am your personal success and wellness expert. And how I help people obtain success is through coaching, through counseling, through training and consulting, and now through publishing your books. So without further ado, this is the Boss Lady book. I picked up the not for sale one, because my other one is somewhere around here. Look and listen. We have today Boss Lady Salangi Legacy. And when I tell you, as I said, I already knew all of these boss ladies except one, but I didn't know them. You know how people think they know me, but they don't really know me till they read my stuff. I thought I knew these ladies. I don't know these. I did not know. And so let me tell you, you are in for a treat. If you're watching, please share. Please share. You are not going to want to miss this. This is Boss Lady Salangi Legacy. Where you start is not where you have to finish. It's the name of her chapter. Where you start is not where you have to finish. So we're going to bring her on. But before we do that, let me read a little bit about this boss lady. Share, tag. All y'all jump on. Welcome for those who are just jumping on. Listen, have you gotten your book is the question. Have you gotten your Boss Lady book? And if you have not gotten your Boss Lady book, you need to get your Boss Lady book. Our slogan is living our boss ladies life. We have living our boss ladies life t-shirts, living our boss ladies life cups, living our boss ladies life candles. So look, come on, let's start living your boss ladies life. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce this next boss lady. Salangi Legacy is a United States Army veteran, business motivator, consultant who has helped companies obtain over $5 million in revenue year after year. Get that, y'all, year after year. She's a boss lady. She is a coach, a mentor, image and beauty consultant, insurance agent, business owner, author. Now author. You see, you add that author in there. Author. And listen, I should have answered that. That was Andre Seville. See, I started to put my phone on do not disturb. I should have. But I should have answered that live so I can tell him, because he is doing the commercial right now for the event, for the Boss Lady event. So I should say I'm live, but it's the commercial ready. So y'all got that coming up too in just a little bit. He said it'd be ready tonight. So he probably was telling me to go and look at the draft. But anyway, she is an author. And most importantly, a human rights supporter for all people. Salangi is always promoting positive spirit, personal growth, and unity in all communities through writing, radio advertisement, fundraising, gift giving, and strong positive events. She does that, and I know that she does. She does it very well. I just so admire this woman, and I'm telling you, like I said, I admire every last one of them, and I really, really admire them even more now. Born in Los Angeles, California, and raised in Houston, Texas, she is the mother of two daughters, Sojourner and Jaleesa, and Sojourner, Elise. Now, don't let me mess up nobody's names now. Sojourner, Jaleesa, and Maya, or is that Mia Antoinette? Yeah, and she and the proud grandmother of Isaiah Zachariah. Oh, what a strong name. And London McKenzie. That's beautiful too. She obtained a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Phoenix and an MBA from Texas Southern University. She has 13 years of military experience, 4 years of active and 9 years of reserve. She traveled the world before the age of 22, playing basketball for the United States Army women's basketball traveling team. Before that was even a WNBA. See, she was making, trailblazing before they started even doing women playing basketball professionally. This sparked her passion for traveling abroad and understanding different cultures of the world. She is, while I'm talking about her, you know what, let me do this. While I'm talking about her, I've got to pull this beautiful lady up. There you go. You got to look at her. Look at that beautiful flyer of her. She has visited many countries and lived in various states. She has worked for more major companies as well as owned companies such as the Legacy Image, and you know what, and her acknowledged consultations, solutions. Don't let me get it messed up. Solutions. And look, we can go on, and you can read more about her, but you're gonna really want to read what she says on how she went from broke and broken to being the boss. Without further ado, let me bring on the boss lady herself. Woo!
Boss lady.
Angie.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. You look beautiful.
Well, thank you. And so do you. I love all the big hair, girl.
Thank you.
That was gorgeous. Listen, welcome. You are welcome, Boss Lady Salangi Legacy. Hi, Lynette. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Please share. Hopefully you've received your book, and hopefully also you're going to be joining us. Everybody, we will be having an event of the season. They
Yes.
don't do it, y'all know how I like to do it. And so I'm excited. It's a red carpet affair. You'll get to meet every last one of the boss ladies. You'll also get to meet some of the other authors that Fresh Spirit has published. Red carpet affair. You've ordered your book. I have ordered my book and my ticket. Woo-hoo! Super proud of you. Thank you so much. Oh, she said, super proud of you all. Thank you so much, Lynette.
Oh.
I can't wait to see you there. It's going to be a phenomenal night. But you know what? Of networking and then supporting the ladies, meeting the ladies, hearing some of their amazing testimonies. And let's just dive in. Speaking of amazing testimonies, I am the youngest. First of all, I love all of you all's stories. I keep trying to tell people they think I'm just saying this because, I'm the visionary, but it really, honestly, blew me away. Blew me away. Y'all came with it. And everybody asks all the time, did you tell them what to say? Did you? I said,
No.
absolutely not. All I said is give me 5,000 words.
Mhm.
And they were amazing. So speaking of, I am the youngest of 4 girls. I can't imagine being the only girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you talk about that being the
Yeah.
only girl. This lash is about to drive me crazy. I'm about to snatch it off. Y'all know me. I'll snatch it off right during the interview. So the only girl of 4 boys.
Yeah.
And you know what? She talks about how boys rough house and everything, and even your dad's the relationship. Share a little bit about the dynamics of growing up with those boys, and the part where the dad wanted being dad, and
Man.
you were not quite what he was looking for, thinking
Well, it was more than my mom. I wasn't what she was looking for. I was the only girl. So, there was a time in it where she said, I have 4 boys. I don't need 5. So it was my dynamics. I wanted the Brady Bunch that I saw on TV, but I didn't get it. And I longed for it for years, So yeah, so it was a little different. Boys, that explains the basketball, right?
right?
Tom girl, not Tom boy. And
Some girl.
and I did everything my brothers did. I mean, what else was there to do? There was not another girl, right? So, and my father was a little male chauvinist. So, but the thing was, because it was no more girls, we all had to share in everything, including the chores. So, although it was a bunch of, oh, you're a girl and you can't do this and you can't do that, they had to, because there was so many of us, and one girl couldn't do it all.
That's right. That's right. So the boys had to learn how to do chores too.
Yes. Cook, clean, iron. Yes.
I love it. I love it. So tell me, Salangi, when I say, hey, I would love for you to be an author in my upcoming book, what made you say yes? I'm always curious at why you phenomenal women say yes.
My. So Dr. Conti. So I had already started another book. So, and I was like, oh, I need to finish. And I kept promising myself. But then you came along with this collaboration book. And at first I was going to say no, because, we're all busy, right? And then when I read the questions, I wanted to call you back and say no again, because I'm like, do I want to share that much? Do I really want to share that much? But at 55, double nickel, I decided it was time. And so I decided to go ahead and do it. And I'm so glad you asked.
I am so glad I asked too. And I'm so glad you did it. So, for me, when I wrote my first book, it took 6 years. And people were like, 6 years. And I said, yeah, because I couldn't figure out what I want to say. And should I say that? And is that too much? And what is that going to look like? And so when I asked you all, I said, I need 5,000 words, because I really wanted this book to be meaty. And if you haven't gotten your book, like this is really 9 ladies, because although I'm the 10th, and this is a thick book, this book is over 300 pages. And although I am the 10th author, I basically just do the introduction in a little bit because I really wanted this book to be about them. And so when I wrote my first book, it was so hard because I didn't know what I wanted to put in there. So how was it for you writing your chapter? Was it what was the most challenging parts for you?
Um, I had to admit a couple of things. So I had to admit to myself some things I didn't do right. Because, we easily can say what we did right? But we are less expressive about what we did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to admit to a couple of things and I had to just touch base. As a matter of fact, I think I was the one that wrote too much from the start. You had to take some things out.
Right.
Because
But that was awesome though, because most people had a hard time writing 5,000 words, and you came with about 6,000. Your first draft had about 6,000 words. We went, oh, okay,
yes.
she ready.
Oh yes, I was ready. Once I said yes, I was ready. But that was the hardest part, opening up my heart and saying, "Hey, do you want to share this with the world?" and being ready to be asked questions about it. So,
Right,
yeah,
right. How do you feel about it now?
I feel good. I feel good. So, we got a few reviews, and I have had actual people read it and then tell me what they read and said, "Oh, I didn't know that about you. I loved you before. I didn't know that about you. Wow. So yeah, you wasn't always Salangi. No, I was not. That's why
Right,
my chapter is not where you start, right? It's
right,
where you finish. You have choices in between. They all not going to be right,
right.
but they're your choice, right? You can grow from that. So
I love
it's
that.
been
I
really
love that.
good. It's been really
I
good.
love that. And that's how we all are. People,
Yeah.
and that's what I said. I loved y'all before, but gosh, I really loved y'all after I found out. Hello, everybody. Let me give you just a minute. Good evening, Karen Lyra. So great to see you here. Good evening, Elizabeth. How are you all doing? If you have a question, chime in with us. If look, if you haven't gotten your book, this book you need to get. If you haven't gotten it, if you haven't got your ticket, you get to meet all the authors in person. We're going to have a great time. We're going to talk. They're going to talk about some things that that we're not going to talk about here, because I want y'all to come. I want y'all to get the book, and I want y'all to get the come out that evening and really really talk about it. You know, um, you were talking about choices, and we all made choices, and people read the book and they saw some choices that you made right and some choices that you didn't make so right. So
Mhm.
what are some of the things that you share about it, the choices that you didn't that wasn't right?
Oh, well, that I wasn't right. Oh gosh, the many jobs. Oh, how many jobs did I have to
I'm
go
so
through?
glad you said that.
Oh god.
That was I love that though, because people think they're gonna just get out of college, or they're gonna start a business, they're gonna find their first job, and then they're gonna become a boss lady. So
No.
talk about that, the mini jobs.
Oh, it's really hard choosing when you can pick up on things quickly and you can manage to become at least over average in everything. So then you start thinking as a young person, oh, I can do everything. I am so good. I'm too good for this job. I'm too good for that job. Oh, I'm too good for it. Oh, I can move on now. I can move on now. And so that's what kept happening with me. But what I learned, I took all of those skills from all of those jobs, which helped me with what I do today. And the thing is, back in the day, I like saying that. Back in the day, if you had many jobs, it was a problem, right? Now in 2022, it just enhances your skill set, right?
That's right.
So I
That's
was before my time a little bit, but still, I had way too many jobs.
That's awesome. But one of the things that you talked about in the book is how you did things well. And
Yeah,
so, and a lot of times when we do things well, it's a sign that you need to work for yourself.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
because I know me, I realized I was an entrepreneur early on because I didn't like working for nobody.
Yeah,
I always thought I had a better way.
yeah, yeah.
And you talked
Man,
about that too. You
oh
talked
yeah.
about that too.
It
So
wasn't just that. It was something about walking into the walls and grow something for someone else. I have nothing against it.
yes,
Trust me. I have nothing against people who have jobs. I
yes,
just wasn't made up like that. It made me unhappy. And I'm
yes.
big on joy. And one of the things I talk about in the book, I sign everything, loving the joys of life. And then I tell you what that joy is for that day. You have to have your inner joy. Some people are great and find joy in sitting and just researching in a room by themselves. That would not be me. So
Elizabeth said, "That's Salangi. That's Salangi."
exactly, exactly. So I had to be an entrepreneur. There was no not being an entrepreneur.
Right, right. That's awesome. So, when you went off to serve to the service,
Mm,
and looking for that Brady Bunch life, like you said,
mhm,
you're not the only one. I mean, so many people.
mhm,
I used to imagine that, my mom and my father wasn't together when I was young, but my best friends both had mothers and fathers,
mhm,
parents.
mhm.
And we all look at other people and think, I should have that, or I wish that, or what could be
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
So you were sharing about that search for that Brady
Mhm.
Bunch family.
Yeah. My family was dysfunctional, but most families were dysfunctional. Out of what we came from and where we are today, it was just not the what I was showed. Like one of the things I talk about also is that my mother did one thing she did right was we went to church almost every Sunday, and you had to, or you didn't get your allowance, right?
Right.
So, but everything else was just for show. It
Mm.
wasn't what was really going on. And I
Mhm.
just I had
Mhm.
a scholarship ready for me out of high school. My coach was so disappointed when I chose the
Mhm.
military, but I had to leave. I didn't want to come home again, and I never went back home. I never lived home again. I left at
Never.
17, and that was it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's a boss move right there.
Yeah, little
That's
did
a
I know.
boss move.
Yeah.
Leaving home and never going back.
No.
That's a boss move.
Yeah.
There was some dynamics with you and your mother.
Mm.
There was also, growing up witnessing some domestic violence. Share a little bit about that.
Yeah, my father was a very abusive to my mom, and my mom kind of instigated it sometimes, but I didn't dislike him for it. I disliked my mother for it, which was very interesting as I got older and why I'm going to therapy for it, because I just couldn't believe she took all that. But the same thing I didn't like about her, she didn't like my strength. She didn't
Hmm.
like the fact that my dad decided to go wild on me at 5, and that was the last time because I refused to speak to him for weeks. So he never touched me again.
Yeah.
So it
And
was
even
it
at
was
five,
at
even
5.
at
I was
five.
already oh no, it won't be me. Yeah. So yeah, that was that. I could go on and on about the dynamics there and the things that happened between my brothers and how they took on that persona, and they did some of those things in their own lives. But we wound up talking about it before it got too out of hand, like my father. But the abuse was real, and it again. I hear women all the time say, "Oh, I do this because I was abused or my father was." No, there's choices after a certain time. Therapy, getting yourself together, not passing it on. And I did not pass that on to my daughters. I was just like, no, I say no. And so, life hand you, rotten lemons, go buy some more.
That's right. I love it. And I love that about you, your strength. And it shows so much in your chapter.
Yeah.
And speaking of your daughters, and this is just a teaser because you got to read the book, y'all. Y'all got to get the book. But speaking of your daughters,
Yeah.
that one part about having to give up your daughters, oh my gosh. I
Man,
know that was hard.
that was the hardest thing in my life. I went from children being in my house to quiet. And it was because I needed them to know family. And my ex husband at the time, he had a family.
Mhm.
And it was hard, but I'm reaping the benefits of it now. Me and my daughters
Yes,
go on trips every year. We good.
yes,
So
yes.
I'm
The,
reaping the fact that they learn family.
Yes, the story
Yeah.
about that you all have to hear and read more on that. It was just everything. Y'all had me on an emotional roller coaster. I was like, yes, power to the people, baby. We
Yeah.
yes. I had strength, and then 1 minute I'm like, oh my God, and another minute I'm like, yes. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh, this book is an awesome book with emotions, with inspirations. You are so empowering. You're so
Thank
inspirational.
you.
Where do you get your strength from and your inspiration from?
Let me tell you, I pulled from all sources. I met some incredible people when I went in the military. Military was exactly what I needed, by the way. And if real quick, this
Elaine
one,
Brady is on here. She said strong from day one. You know, strong from day one with that 5-year-old.
uh,
All right, go
uh,
right ahead.
I
Why don't
there
you
was
all
this
share this?
there was this one guy in the military specifically. I remember him telling me that I was beautiful and I was something, and I just went off because I was so used to toxic and anger and all of that. He was like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but you're gonna learn some things. He made me start reading the Wall Street. There was this paper we got in the military about Wall Street, and he would make me read it to him. He lied to me and said he couldn't see it, but he was teaching me, and he taught me to love myself and to accept my beauty and to accept, because my mother told me I was not. So I went in the military thinking that I was not. So when
Mhm.
I got there and all these guys are wild, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Something's wrong with you. And so, but he taught me so much, and I'm glad I was at least smart enough to sit at his foot to listen.
Right,
So,
right.
and his, and his family wasn't there because he was on a hardship tour. So I got the benefit of him. I wish I knew him. I wish I could find him and say
Look,
thank you
look what
because you
you
was
did.
attorney. Yeah,
Right.
because I was
He
only
was a
7. I
turning
was
point.
18 by the time I got to Germany. But oh man, that was like, I still think about that a lot as I get older. But I think about that turning point.
That turning point. That
Yeah.
was awesome. So, all of you boss ladies have some amazing, amazing careers. And like you say, you went from job to job to job. And then now you are just a superwoman boss lady in your
Yeah.
career. How do
Thank
you
you.
encourage other women that work for you and that work in your company and under you and that your mentors? How do you
Oh
encourage
man,
them?
so it's really easy so I'm an insurance agent, I'm a broker, and I'm a 1099. So when I get a team now, they are women entrepreneurs. They're women building their businesses. So I'm in an incredible, right where I want to be. I can mentor, coach, help them make money, and I want everybody to make money. I'm one
I
of those.
know,
I
I
want
love
it's
it.
enough.
That
God
is
said
for
it's enough
all
for
of us.
all of us. I want you
That's
all to
right.
make money.
And that's
So
what I love about this. All of these ladies, y'all who are listening, they give you meat. They don't just talk about their stories. They give you meat on how they became a boss, what you can do, certain things, tips. I mean, it's just so much in here.
yes,
We're all givers. We all want to give back and we all want to help you have and others have, and it's just amazing. So I'm sorry, go right ahead.
no, go. Look, I'm getting caught up in you. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's right. Yes, yes. No, so I'm just privileged to be in the position I am to be able to hire, help women grow to be better. Not only coach, not only I can be. We talk about life things. I help them manage their time. I help them manage, and I get a good feeling out of that because I don't get paid for it all, but that's my give back. That is my give back, and I love it. I love it.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So listen, you all, you must get the book.
Yes.
If you have not gotten it, go to Amazon.com, get the book right now, or www.freshspiritpublishing.org. And listen, you can get your tickets to the amazing Authors Extravaganza next Saturday, the 19th. We're going to have an amazing time. You'll get to meet all of the boss ladies. You'll get to meet all of the fantastic
And
boss
and bring your book.
ladies.
Bring your
And
book to
bring
get
your book.
signed. And
Absolutely. You
can I
already have
add
your
something
book.
right quick, Dr. Conti? If you email me that you're coming at salangilegacy@gmail.com, I will have a gift for you.
All right, y'all hear that? Say it again. If you email this boss lady that you are coming at, give it to him again, Salangi.
salangilegacy@gmail.com.
All right. She's gonna have a gift for you. All right, I got you, Albert. I see J. Albert Nichols says, give us one boss tip. One boss tip.
Oh, my main boss tip is to make a choice and do it. Don't own it and do it. Don't listen to the naysayers. Get in your bubble and make it happen.
Yes, and make it happen.
Make it
Elizabeth
happen.
Williams says she love you, sis. She love
Oh,
you
love you
too.
too.
Y'all share this information. We will be at the JW Marriott on March the 19th. We are
I'm ready.
halfway to being bestseller. So listen, if you haven't gotten your book, go get it. Support this book. It's so phenomenal. Really, it is. If you've gotten it, go and give us a review and get your book. Bring your book with you so that we can sign it. You can go from table to table and all of us sign it. Listen,
Yes.
we like You Can Do It. The book starts off with my introduction. You can do it. And then chapter 1, Boss Lady Annie Tizino Thomas, Success Meets You Where You Are. Then chapter 2, Boss Lady Arlene Russell, 5-step recipes for being a
Oh,
boss
it's
lady.
wonderful. Yes.
Chapter 3, Boss Lady Deborah F. Bell, Purpose, Passion, and the Power.
Yes.
Listen, chapter 4, Boss Lady Denise Gavan, My GPS, the roadmap of my journey.
Yeah.
Chapter 5, Boss Lady Dr. Jackie Hood Martin, The Struggle
Dr.
Was
Hood.
Me. The struggle was me.
Yep.
Wait. Chapter 6, Boss Lady Dr. Janita Wallace Reynolds, Game
Dr.
Changer.
Wallace Reynolds.
Game Changer. Chapter 7, Boss Lady Marita Henderson, Get Up and Don't Give Up. I love
Yes.
it. Get up and do not give up. Chapter 8, Boss Lady Salangi Legacy, Where You Start is not where you
finish.
have to finish.
Yes.
I love it. Also, chapter 9, Boss Lady Tequila Adolph, The Restoration of a Misguided Boss Lady.
Yes.
I love it. The restoration. And then get this, the last chapter, they all give you a takeaway,
Yes.
from the boss ladies. This is so phenomenal. I am so excited. I am so proud. I am so honored. And someone says an amazing crew. Yes, 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 an amazing
Yes.
crew. And I am just so honored that they all obliged and have come on me with this amazing journey. It is just so, so awesome. So awesome.
And I
So
want to thank you for the introduction to those amazing women because I wouldn't have met them without you. So thank you.
Yeah, it's a wonderful group, and that's the energy. Let me tell you, the energy that we've had as authors. You know how women get together. People think that when women get together, it's got to be bickering and biting and jealous and claw scratching. And we have had the most phenomenal, fantastic time. We have encouraged one another. We have uplifted one another. We've supported each other's stuff.
Yes,
I mean, it has just been amazing. Shout outs out to the interior design and my executive assistant, Cassandra Mouton's super duper wonderful shout outs to the editor in chief, the literary cosmetologist herself, Tanya Netters. Oh my gosh, she can really help bring anything to life. So you guys are in for a treat when you get this book. You will be encouraged. You will be inspired. You want to run and go after it, and you will be ready to even give yourself a pat on the back. I say whether you are already a boss lady or haven't quite found your superwoman power yet, from one spectrum to the other, you will be blessed from this book. All right, ladies. Great interview, ladies. Thank you so much, Marita. Thank you so much. We love you, Salangi.
Love you back.
Thank you. Amazing chapter. So strong. All of the stuff.
Thank you.
And now I know it started when you was 5 years old.
Yeah.
Kudos. All right, y'all be blessed. Go right now if you haven't gotten your book. Get your books. Share. Amazon.com. Help us become bestsellers. Also, www.freshspiritpublishing.org to get your tickets for the event. And you can also get your books there. We love y'all. Be blessed. Great interview, Salangi.
Thanks.